Hi there, Bren White with Reality 101, a brand new series. We're just now starting. Thank you for joining in the process. And I just want to challenge you and challenge your thinking in such a way that you can more clearly know what reality is, what the truth is. One of the most important things in your life right now, regardless of what age you are or what your background is, there are a number of things about the human mind that are very, very clear. And one of those things is that human thought, the human thought process, is very much like a garden. And you have to be very deliberate and actually have a game plan for cultivating your garden, for cultivating healthy and productive thoughts, a thought pattern that is positive and meaningful, useful, and has clarity to it. It has footing to it in the truth. And this is the only way that you and I can begin to grasp reality and to hang on to reality, is to begin a search for the truth. What is true versus what is a lie? So I'm going to be challenging you in a number of different ways and sharing some different very inspirational things, I hope, but also some things that may really challenge you at this point in history, and that's okay. I don't mind challenging you. Especially if it's going to help you have a more meaningful life. And so just a few things to get us started. There are a number of things that are very, very clear, out of the past in particular. It used to be that you had to have a credible source, a verifiable source, for whatever information you were sharing, whether it was news or whether it was legal information. There has to be a credible source, or the information is suspect, if not totally bogus. So part of what we're going to talk about in this series is really being able to identify and to qualify sources of information. This is crucial to getting footing in reality, crucial. So we'll come back to this a number of different times, but I just need to note that not only is the human mind like a garden that has to be very deliberately cultivated, but the human brain is not really capable of originating truth. It takes other inputs and it evaluates, and but it's not really capable of originating truth. This is an important starting place. There's only a built-in process for recognizing truth, and there are several things that are built into the brain that help us with this. And then repeating it, making application of it. That's what the brain does, can do if we're on top of things and not just bumping along, and having our minds controlled by other people and other messages in the world, somebody else's narrative. And so this is a crucial thing. And one of the things, just to go ahead and put out there before we get going, is if it does not originate with the originator of everything that exists, it is not the truth. I'll say it one more time. If it does not originate with the originator of everything that exists, it is not truth. Now, we'll come back to this. But this is one way of getting clarity about a set of things, to go to the original source, the originator of all things, the original source of all things that exist. And we know through science and mathematics that there are universal laws that exist, otherwise those disciplines would not exist. We know that it's possible to ascertain certain things using certain principles or laws. And this is true in every facet of life. And so we're going to explore that as well. It's time to fully engage our minds in this process so that we are not tricked. We do not waste our daily living on nonsense and distraction. We actually use our lives for what they were intended. And that's where all the meaning is. All of the meaning is right there. Now, I find it interesting that Jesus Christ actually said multiple times, and his apostles as well, said, don't let anyone mislead you. Okay, this is Luke 21:8. Don't let anyone mislead you. Now, I find this interesting all by itself. Why would somebody like Jesus Christ come saying this kind of thing? And then we hear from the Apostle Paul later the exact same kind of thing. It happens to be that one of the things that happens in the world is that human beings very often mislead other human beings. They tell them things that are incorrect. And so this is one of the things we got to get on top of fast in order to get footing and keep footing in terms of reality, what reality is. So there are a number of things that we will look at in the coming weeks, but I just wanted to get us started in this conversation about the source, about sources of information, is a crucial one, and we will come back to this repeatedly throughout this series. It's probably one of the most important things we will discuss. So with that, I am thankful, and I hope that you will join me next time. Each time we'll have some very practical tips, practical pieces of wisdom, and really we'll start to see a whole pattern of connected truths and principles that will help to guide us and keep us anchored well as we deal with all of the crazy things in the world in this life. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.